1 second. Any other questions from the audience while I just set up this Facebook Live?
Medical tourism?
All right, medical tourism. What do you guys think about that?
Coming into the U.S. or leaving the U.S.?
Like,
Is that a digital
is it
question?
not a way to lower costs of healthcare in the U.S.? Like maybe, you know, I don't know, like say sending some of the work to London or something.
Well, I know that proton therapy, which is a cancer treatment, it's done in Jacksonville and various other places. I know the National Health Service in the UK was sending people, especially children, with cancer to the US to be treated, which is obviously costing a lot of money to do that, but it was because this treatment is the best, really. So now we're actually learning from you guys and building our own proton therapy treatment centres in the UK. So that's kind of an example of where we're learning from you guys and taking it back over there.
Let's do a different question. Let's do a question which is, what are you working on yourselves that you're most excited about? That way it's a little bit more.
For instead of trends?
Well, what do you want to do trends, which is more broad in general, or do you want to do what you personally are you working on that you're excited about? Which is basically transfer of yourself. You guys pick.
Should we start or are we waiting for the stream?
What's that?
For the stream, apparently.
We're waiting for the stream.
Don't cross the beams.
Wait, well, which one do you want to do then?
One first.
Well, wait, you guys, which question do you want to do?
She wants to.
Audience, what do you think they should do?
Trends.
You say trends? What do you
We
say?
can combine them.
What are you working on?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. How about this? You can pick trends or what are you working on?
I'm going to do both.
Trends or what you're doing. Okay, got it. And this is Kevin with Digital LA. We're at our digital health panel. We're asking our panelists to talk about either trends or what they're working on in healthcare. So to go ahead and introduce yourself, your name, your company briefly, and what you want to talk about. We'll start off with Marcus from DeepSun because he has the mic.
Hi guys, I'm Marcus from LifeSum. With guiding users around food and nutrition. So I'm going to do both trends and what we're working on because it's basically the same thing. I think a trend that we're seeing, we talked a little bit about microbiome, for example, is that people want to own their own data now. It's like they're interested in their own health data. And from a LifeSum's perspective, that is super interesting. So what we are looking at now also is like there's a bunch of stuff happening with DNA, with blood, with gut bacteria, etc. And that has a massive impact on how you should eat or exercise, for example. So we are looking actually at all of these, blood and DNA, etc. So how you can actually create a customized plan using that sort of information. So still very exploratory, but super interesting.
Okay, Matt with Techstars. The mic is being passed to you.
All right, I'm Matt Kozlov. I'm the managing director of the Cedars-Sinai Accelerator powered by Techstars. I have the privilege of getting to work with, now 20 companies between the last cohort and this cohort on some pretty transformative challenges in healthcare. And so see a lot of trends and get to work on all of them kind of simultaneously, everything from using machine learning and artificial intelligence to solve big healthcare problems like solving clinical trials, and I'm not going to steal your thunder, so I'll let Brian talk about that later, to curing pain. We see medical devices, all cloud-enabled, changing the way that medicine is practiced on a day-to-day basis. We see how the administrative side is changing everything from how they hire and credential doctors and flex staff nursing to how the patient experience is ultimately rendered into a more graceful and patient consumer-friendly way. So I feel very fortunate that I get to work on lots of different problems all at the same time. And in 7 days or so, we're going to kick off our next cohort, and it'll be really fun to tackle a whole other set of challenges. So that's mine.
Facebook Live just died?
That was to our Digital Aid page, and I'm gonna do it to our Digital Aid group. So we're doing a short video on the, that way everybody gets some love. So you do another one.
Does Facebook Live not go more than like 30 seconds?
What's that?
How long does Facebook Live?
You can go, I think, for as long as you can do it, but rather than do, I guess, 10 minutes on one page, I'd rather split it and do 5 on each, so both can get some love, okay? But same format, just go ahead and say, I'm going to start off with a little introduction, and then what we're doing, and then you guys can choose to describe what you're working on. Is this okay, you guys? Hey, this is Kevin with Digital LA. We are at our digital health panel to do at the start of the new year, talking about healthcare trends. We have experts who've been talking about healthcare, and we have a couple of them talking about what their trends are and what they're working on. So let's kick it off.
I'm Brian Dolan, I'm from Deep Six Analytics. So we were asked about both trends and things we're working on right now. I think one of the things that's exciting to me about the trends in healthcare right now are the retasking of enterprise solutions from other spaces. So people are bringing innovations they've made in, for instance, autonomous cars or virtual reality or high-dimensional analysis, and they're bringing that into healthcare. And we're seeing a lot of new people, new blood in this space who have a great technology or a great idea, and they're applying it to healthcare to make healthcare better. I think it's really interesting. In Pasadena, California, where our company is based, I know of 3 other companies who have retasked fairly advanced technology into the healthcare space, and we sit around and we talk about, isn't it neat to be in this space now? It's a very important part of the world. It's a very important part, a very important problem to be solving. For me, personally, what's interesting that I get to work on right now is I'm working on combining a lot of new and old machine learning and artificial intelligence techniques. I've been doing AI for about 20 years. I'm very excited about some of the new stuff with the deep learning. I'm very excited about some of the old stuff, even the old expert systems and the artificial life systems all have things that they can say about our current problems in healthcare. So you can manage, or you can merge the deep learning stuff with the old 1980s technology and find really interesting confluences there. And I'm interested also in merging this with new technologies, the graph theoretic technologies and the graph ontologies that are available to us as researchers and scientists allow us to tackle novel problems. So it's an exciting period for me. I get to develop new metrics, new techniques. I get to draw on technology, on mathematical technology that's 20 years old, or mathematical technology that's a year old, and database or platform technology that is 2 years or less. It's a pretty exciting thing. I get to find this confluence of ideas and introduce brand new problems and new solutions to this space.
Thanks.
And I'm excited about it.
And Prue.
Hi, I'm Prue Ashby with London & Partners. And what I'm seeing and what I'm working on is bringing together all key people within an ecosystem to build the digital health cluster, bringing them all together and make sure they're all connected. So we're working on our brochure and our campaign around London as a digital health hub. We want to bring together anyone out there who is either an entrepreneur, a clinician, an academic, a tech genius, a health institute, and anybody related to bring together. London is a place where people can come together. You've got a density of the population there. We can design great things like really innovative wearables, bring that together with the data that we've got, things like the Alan Turing Institute for Data Science. And then we've got the National Health Service, which is a single unified database with an accelerator program and everything to bring people together. So I welcome anybody who'd like to come to London and be a part of it. And I also would really like to see LA's cluster collaborating further with London. So we look forward to working together closely in the future.
Awesome. We actually have a question from the Facebook Live from Talia Muller, who's actually one of the co-founders, saying, asking for Deep Six, what's been your favorite thing you're working on over the past year?
Over the past year, so the favorite thing we're working on over the past year, I think, has been the summarization of a patient and their symptoms. When you read the entire record of a patient, let's say somebody has a chronic problem, there's a lot of things you know about them. You know a lot about their blood pressure, you know about their heart disease, you know about their leg pain, you know about their gout. You also know about their cancer or other things that are more terminal and more important to them. How do you take this and in an unsupervised fashion, you can't ask the patient, and figure out what's most important to them and what is the most important thing for them to see cured. And then take that piece of knowledge and match it to somebody with a cutting edge treatment anywhere in the world and say, you know what, I know that this is really important to you. Your cancer and this particular kind of cancer is really important to you, and there happens to be somebody in Australia who can maybe offer you a solution. But doing that in an unsupervised fashion, I don't know anything about you, I can't ask you questions, I can't ask the researcher in Australia any questions. It's a very challenging task, and I'm really enjoying coming up to it, and we feel like we have some answers to that.
Cool. Facebook Live audience, anybody have any questions you want to type right now? You can virtually participate as well, because we're digital land, that's what we do. Anybody? Type fast. Anybody in the audience, any questions?
Faster.
Audience, any questions? All right, cool. I think we've wrapped it up. We want to leave plenty of time for networking, so we're going to actually wrap it up now. So let's give our panelists a bit of applause for talking about digital health.